But as far as style, I would say for me, my work is mainly figurative. But I would say my style is real enough. Because when you look at my figurative work, it's realistic, but it's not hyper-realistic. So I just come up with the term real enough. And as far as my artistic vision, I draw from, I guess I would sum up my artistic statement. You know, I'm a husband and a father, a man of faith, as well as a man of color. And it's these experiences that I try to express and explore in my artwork. So I pull from those different aspects of my life experiences and include that into my subject matter.
So diverting to your piece real quick, talking about being a man of color, it's a piece that obviously represents a man of color. Can you just elaborate on the piece that you have next to you that resonates with that same answer that you just gave?
Sure. The piece is called Blue Derby. And as I said, mainly the majority of my work is figurative, so of course it's a figurative piece. As far as execution, I work in charcoal and also acrylic. And with this piece, I even went a step further and added, I guess you could call a collage or a assemblage. I added a peacock feather to kind of add a different dimension to the composition. I like blue, so it was really a joy to do a blue hat, and also I like hats. I don't have a hat on today, but I like hats. Yes. In addition to doing my artwork, I'm not a full-time artist at this point, but that is something that I'm striving towards. So after working my daily job, my 9 to 5, I guess you could call it, in the evenings is when I really look forward to getting off in a day job, getting home, and getting into my studio. And so I do my best to try to spend at least a couple of hours in the evening working. And sometimes I'm working on one piece, sometimes I'm working on multiple pieces. But I try to give myself at least a little bit of time each evening during the week to try to get to my work. Well, it's important for me because art is what I was born to do. Ever since I was in the 4th grade, that's when I knew art is what I wanted to do with my life. And I've heard the phrase, use your 9 to 5 to finance your 5 to 9. If I put that correctly, using my day job to finance the supplies I need and the materials I need to work on my artwork so I can continue to build my artwork to the point that I'm able to step away from the 9 to 5 and do my artwork full time. Well, present, I would say Larry Poncho Brown. He's been very instrumental in my art career. I could go on and on about him, but he has given me the push to strike out with my art career. And he's available as a friend and as a mentor, free with his resources and open with his knowledge as far as guidance in navigating the art path, art business. Yes, well, I would say I had the opportunity to work with him for a period of 4 years. And in that time of working with him, as I said, he pushed me. It's because of him that I'm doing what I'm doing today. But also, one of the things that resonates in my mind that he used to say, he said, we as artists are a community, and it's give and take. Just as he's open with his resources and his knowledge, he said we in turn should be that way with one another. So thanks to that type of atmosphere, I've been blessed to become a part of a growing artist community, and we keep in touch with one another. We're there for one another artistically, physically, if need help with transportation of artwork or hanging of artwork, and also with resources as well. And I think that is embodiment of what Poncho Larry represents.
Perfect. And the last question is reflective and fun. If your art could talk, what would it say? And I just want to add something to that.
Mm-hmm.
What has been a surprising moment for you in your art journey where somebody just gave you a compliment that blew you away?
Well, if my art could talk, it would probably say, make more of me. It's just for me personally, it's just not enough time in the day to create. As you had said, if I had all day to just create, I wish I could. So that would probably be one thing that my art would say, make more of me. And I think as far as a surprising comment about my artwork, that's a good question. That question is a surprise.
I just thought, because there's times in my life where we work in silos, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're working, we're progressing, we're critical, we're hypercritical. You know it's okay, you don't know if it's good, and then somebody's like, wow, I can't. And in your mind, you didn't see it that way. You just like, if I could just push it out, it'll be good enough for somebody to like it. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? If you put it that way, it's one particular piece of mine. And it's actually the original sold years ago. And I talk about it often. It's a piece called I'm Because You Are. It's a figurative piece, but it kind of has an abstract element because it's a picture of a man and a woman, and they're kind of intertwined with one another. It's a linear piece. And at the time that I did it, I hadn't did anything like that before. So, but it was an idea that I had to get out. So it took me about 6 months to complete it. And I wasn't sure if people were going to like it when I finished it. My wife can tell you, when I was working, I was like, I don't know, but I wanted to finish it. And when I finished it, the funny thing is, I didn't know if it was finished or not. I just know I don't know what else to do with this piece. And so that particular year, I was at Artscape in Baltimore, and I had the original frame, and I had it on my display wall, and within an hour, the piece sold. Just like that, and so I have it reproduced, and I still have it reproduced at a decent size, and I have it at each show, and that continues to draw people. People have purchased it for weddings, for anniversaries, for themselves, and to this day, I'm still at awe at the reception of that piece.
Perfect answer. You're good.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, real quick, last question. Sheila Wright, the relationship, and today, what would you say about that?
Sheila Wright is a true blessing, and her knowledge of the art world, the African American art world, is stellar. And as you see, we're sitting in her face room with her face wall, and she has the largest collection of African American art, a personal collection of African American art that I'm aware of. And she as a person, she's very knowledgeable, very warm, and she's a blessing to know. And grateful for, thanks to her, that's why we're able to do this today. So grateful for that.
Amen. Great job.